Hey guys, it's your girl Tyra Crush back with another review, and this time it is for The Oval on BET. If you haven't already, please hit my subscribe button down at the bottom. Thank you. Okay, so I want to get right into this review because quite a bit happened, and I was happy about that. Okay, so Lily is still at the hospital, looking at these people in their face, telling them that they stupid, by saying that she is a knife thrower and she lays on her back and throws knives at herself, and that's how she got this hole in her shoulder. And of course, they not believing her, so they don't call the police because she's not telling them the truth and they feel like she's in danger. So the police show up and she's like, I don't have to stay here. Where are my clothes? I'm leaving. And they're like, no, you're not. They pinned her butt down. She got shot in the arm with some stuff. They're supposed to, I guess, a sedative to help her calm down. And, it didn't work because she was still upset and angry. And they come in to talk to her and she's like, you need to let me go. And he's like, I'm not going to do that. I can't do that. And she was like, do you have a wife? And he's like, no. Do you have any children, a daughter? Do you have anybody that you love? He's like, I'm not understanding the question. She's like, if you love them, you better let me go. He's gonna kill you all. It's your funeral. She's saying all of this, and he's like, is that a threat? No. I'm telling you. No, she said it was a threat, but she ain't threatening him. She was like, the person that did this to me is gonna do that to everybody you love. It didn't work. He didn't let her go. And let's move on to Sharon and Dale. And, they're still at the pharmacy, and it's crazy that they're at the pharmacy because they just got there, right? Kareem was there all night, but now they're getting ready to leave. Like, how are you getting ready to leave when y'all just got there? It's weird. Are you telling me that the whole work day went past in a week's time? I can't believe that. So to me, they still just got there because of the way the way this show moves. No, they're supposed to be at the beginning of the shift for at least 3 episodes. At least 3 episodes, but not this time. So, and it was funny because she looks up the Tyrone guy who I guess is the most high on the series Ruthless for the Raku. And Dale, I guess, I don't know if he was with them or he was just trying it out, but he was telling her that they are crazy and it's weird and all of that stuff. And she was just basically trying to get him to come with her because Kareem told him not to come home. And, of course, because the body's there or Barry's there. We don't know if it's a body or not. We just know Barry's there. Okay, and so she's trying to get him to go with her to Nancy's. Man, she ain't talked to Nancy. She ain't asked Nancy nothing. She ain't asked Nancy a thing, okay? Richard been going to work and, she's trying to get Dale to go with her because she don't want him to stay in his truck. But my whole question is, why he ain't got his own place by now? Dale's been there long enough. At least, if not the first season, the second season. I know. So he's been there long enough to have a doggone apartment of his own and not still be freeloading out for people. Alan is still being held at gunpoint by Jason and his crazy self. Jason's still acting dumb and oblivious to basic stuff. Like, bruh, like, I'm sorry, Tyler. If you ever see this review, understand that Jason is one of the worst written characters ever. Like, there's just absolutely nothing consistent with this guy. And it's not, it doesn't make him look crazy. It just makes the writing look crazy. Okay, so y'all need to get some consistency with Jason. It's getting on my nerves. So he still got this black eye that ain't healed at all. This black eye came from when he fell off the doggone White House, right? So why ain't it started healing yet? Somebody tell me, please, because I don't understand how this could be. Okay, and so remember Max and Kyle was supposed to have a boxing match. Well, that happened. And, they was both talking crap. Kyle's acting like super extra because he thinks he's really about to win this fight. And I knew he wasn't going to win it. Max was going to win it. And Max pretty much beat his butt. I mean, he needed some milk. Get him some milk. Because that's what Kyle needed. Because Max really wanted to kill him. Because, he shot Max and he keeps threatening Max's child. So, Max is done with Cal. And Bobby was there, but Bobby was supposed to be going straight to Priscilla. Like, you told Cal that you wasn't going to go. But because Bobby was there looking all good and stuff, yes, he did. He looked good, honey. Especially when he took that coat off and the muscles was coming through that sweater. I was like, look at Bobby, baby. So, yeah. Bobby saved Cal's life because I think Max would have choked him out until he died. Because Max, it took a lot for Bobby to be able to keep Max off of Cal because he was trying to get back at him. It's crazy. Okay, so then we have Hunter. He comes in the room. Victoria's already laying in the bed in her nightie or whatever, and they're talking. And she's asking him where he keeps getting these drugs from. And he's like, I don't know what I'm out. And you can't tell when I'm high, blah, 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 blah. He gets in the bed. She said, you stink. Go take a shower. He said something to the effect about her and the vice president, like she couldn't be with him, because he's too corny. And she was like, why would you say that? And he was like, what do you mean? Strike a nerve? And it really did because she got paranoid. So he goes to take a shower. She calls vice president. Vice president is humping on his wife. Knee deep in the coochie. Raises up out the coochie to take the phone call. Takes the phone call in the bathroom. She senses something's wrong. She goes to the bathroom door to listen. Victoria's sitting here asking him, are you sure Hunter don't know about us? And he's like, there's no way he could know. And she's like, well, where's she at? And he's like, in the bed. And she like, is she listening? He's like, no, she ain't like that. You don't know your wife because she was listening, boo. He was like, no, she ain't like that. And she was like, you sure? She's listening. And he was like, no, she's not. And she was like, talk dirty to me. And he was like, I cannot talk dirty to you. You know my wife is in the next room. And she was like, And he was like, for real, I will call you back later. And she was like, whatever. And she said, I love you. And he said, I love you too. And his wife heard him, right? So then he come out of the bathroom. First he turned the water off because he gonna turn the water on like, can't nobody hear you. We can still hear you over the water. Okay? That don't work. That don't work. And so he comes back into the room trying to finish what he started. And his wife was like, nah, the moment is lost. I'm sleepy. I'm going to sleep. And he's like, what's wrong? And she's like, nothing. And he was like, and basically made him repeat that, it was Hunter and that he didn't want anything. And that, he just has to go over there because Hunter doesn't want to do any work and he has to do all the work. And, she was like, I love you. And he said, I love you too. And she was just like, ugh, and turned over and did not accept his kiss. And so he snatched his phone and went back in the bathroom. Like, you just ugly and nasty and just corny. Like, how could you do your wife like that? She's so beautiful and she's there for you. She's good to you. And you treat her like that. Boy, you ain't nothing. Okay, and so Donald finally realizes that Lily is gone. He asks the Secret Service agent where she is, and he's like, she went to the hospital. Now, Sam done put somebody on the detail and didn't give him all the rules, apparently, because he didn't let Lily leave and drive herself. So Donald's like, I'm sending you to Siberia. Boy, you is not Vladimir Putin. You are not VP. You are not him. So don't be talking about you sending nobody to Siberia. You will not. Because that was not his fault. But dude was like, what? Okay, and so we see Bobby and Priscilla meet at the restaurant. And, he's done already ordered appetizers. She orders some tequila. He said, is that what we doing? She's like, yes. And so he orders around and they're talking and she's like, yeah, we won't be needing no menus. We're going to have drinks, appetizers, and then we're going to get up out of here and you're going to go to my house with me. Ask him, did he want to have sex with her? And she was like, yes. But he's like, hold on. What am I, a whore or something? And she was like, no, I'm not saying that. And he was like, well, what are you saying? She said, I want to have sex and you're going to be everything that I need tonight. And then all of a sudden, here comes Sam with his fine ass. Now, what I didn't like about the scene is the fact that Sam was the shortest one on the screen. Like, Sam's shorter than Priscilla. Like, this reminded me of why it would never work between me and Sam. Because I'm 5'9" without any heels on. And Sam can't be no more than 5'6", I would say. So, yeah. Sam, I mean, it's a fantasy. If he was taller, if he was a baller, if he had a girl that looked good, he would call her. So, Sam was basically trying to tell Bobby to leave. Bobby was like, I ain't going nowhere. Priscilla was like, I'm doing this. And he was like, you don't want to do this. Now, I thought last week he didn't ask David to come and break somebody's face. Why didn't David show up to break Bobby's face? Oh, because I asked him not to. I'm sorry, never mind. I didn't want him to break Bobby's face because I love Bobby's face. I love Bobby's body. I love Bobby's complexion. Only thing I don't love about Bobby is that Bobby sometimes speaks in third person. And Bobby is a little slow sometimes. I don't like that. But other than that, yeah, I probably would have picked him too, Priscilla. I ain't even mad at you. Because he is everything. And then you about to have my 2 pieces of meat. I don't like that. I don't like the fact that she gonna choose the 2 that I like. The 2 that, you know, I don't already put it out there that I won't. I don't understand how she could do that to me, but whatever. Been good to you, Priscilla. But, you know, she looked good in her doggone dress. I'm like, you better, girl, you better. But how's she going to take him to her house where Sam lives? Are you trying to die? Like, that to me is just too much. I didn't like that at all. I did not like that at all. Okay, and so when Alan was in there with Jason, Alonzo comes to the door. He sends Alonzo away and says he's in there with Maria. Apparently, Maria meant that he was being, you know, held captive. Because Alonzo sneaks in a back window or something with his Secret Service self and, you know, got in there. And, you know, Alan got Jason to put the gun down for a moment. And, you know, now Jason has his hands in the air because Alonzo has the gun pointed to the back of his head. Now, it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun, is it, Jason? I didn't think so. So I thought that was a really good thing. Because finally, you know, Alan takes control of a situation. Finally. Like, I knew he had it in him. I just didn't know how long it would take for us to see it. Okay. And the last thing, Nancy shows up finally. But she got on the Rakadishi. She got on they stuff, the purple, the cloak, and the Raku. She's joined them. And she looking like, hey, Richard. Because Richard come home and he see that. He like, hold on, what is going on? And she got all the ladies around her. What have they done with Nancy? This is weird. And maybe she decided to join so that she can get with her granddaughter. I don't know, but this is weird. This story is going a little bit haywire and it's going a little crazy. But hey, I'm here for it. I'd rather it go crazy than to go nowhere, okay? So I'm not mad at it. I'm happy with it. I'm excited. And let's see where these storylines go, okay? All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Okay. If you haven't already, please hit my subscribe button down at the bottom. All right. But I thank y'all for rocking with me, okay? And if you ain't the subscribing type, you know what? I love you anyway. You here, you got to the end of this video, and that's more than I can ever ask of anybody. And one last thing. My first movie is available for streaming. So if you look in the description, you will see a link. The link will lead you to Watch MVN, which is an app. It's Watch Millennium Vision Network. That is where my movie is. It's called Starstruck. Again, you download the app and you watch the movie for free. And as long as you got nice things to say, let me know what you think. Because, hey, I'm an artist. And I'm sensitive about my, okay? So be nice. It's my first one. And I'm shooting another one later this year. So please support. Again, the link will be in the description. And that's it. And that is my $5.02. Peace.